The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of the DHN Media Group. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of the DHN Media Group is hereby prohibited.
Second half of our doubleheader coming up. Rowan and the Delaware Division 2 team up next on Delaware Hockey Night. And we're live from the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware for the second half of our Saturday night doubleheader. The Rowan Profs taking on the University of Delaware Blue Hens for a Saturday late night special. James Witherite flying solo tonight. Bob Thomas is away on holiday. So you're stuck with me for the night, flying solo as the Rowan Profs and the Delaware Blue Hens square off for the second time this season. Rowan having a heck of a year. They're 14-2-1 in their first season under new coach Brian Bennett. Delaware in ACHA play 12-10-1. They come in off a 6-4 win. Over Kutztown, and here they come back into Fred Rust Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fred Rust Arena, your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Hens tonight will be backstopped per usual by Steven Odgers, 11-9-1 in ACHA play with a .332 goals against average and an .896 save percentage. Without further ado, we'll take it inside the glass for tonight's opening introductions.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena. The American Collegiate Hockey Association and Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey present this evening's regular season game between the visiting Rowan University Profs and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Here are this evening's starting lineups. For Rowan, starting in goal from Seoul, New Jersey, number 35, Kyle Wright. On defense, from Seoul, New Jersey, number 5, Jarrett Stricken. And from Wayne, New Jersey, number 2, Jarrett Cohen. At left wing, from Cranford, New Jersey, number 7, Ryan Echevarria. At right wing, number 23, from Marlton, New Jersey, Jake Kelly. And starting at center, from Seoul, New Jersey, number 25, Ryan Palmer. Defense, a senior from Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 18, Dylan
Here we go from the first state. Rowan clad in brown, gold numbers on the back, gold helmets. Will travel from right to left in the first period. Backstop by Kyle Rink. He's 7-0-0 this year with a .322 goals against average and a save percentage of .895. It's worth noting that Chris Conlon is out of the lineup, serving his suspension. He's got 11 goals, 10 assists on the year in 16 games played. His usual line mate, brother Ryan, will center the top combination. He leads the Profs in offensive productivity, 23 goals, 24 assists so far on the year. Jake Kelly and Ryan Echevarria will flank him for the opening draw. On the Delaware side, we'll see the third line getting things going as Kyle Sapia steps in for the opening draw, and here we go in Delaware. Matt Tofty shovels a loose puck trailing toward the scorer's table into the far corner of the Rowan zone where Jared Cohen bats it to the near side. Stricken under forechecking pressure, gives it away to Camisa. Quick shot from Rodriguez at the left point. Skips in front of the crease over to the near corner. Opposite point held by Knox. Sappy at the near half wall. Caroms the puck in behind the cage where Jared Cohen corrals it for the Rowan side. Played by Stricken off the near boards beyond Echevarria, and it's carried in now by Ryan Conlon. In the last meeting between these two teams, the Conlon brothers, Ryan and Chris, had a hand in 8 of the 9 Rowan goals in that 9-6 win over these Division II Blue Hens. Zone held by Sam Ahern, working the left point. His stick lifted by Tofty, and there's the first goal of the game as Ryan Conlon puts it away from 25 feet out. Took all of 57 seconds, and Rowan is on the board. We'd imagine Conlon from Ahern. Wrist shot from in the slot. First one of the game from the Rowan side. And the Profs jump out to the initial lead. Martorella back the other direction. Fed the puck by Raymore, lost his shot lane. He mishandled the puck right at the top of the crease and had to chase it down on the corner. Rowan goal, his 24th of the season, scored by number 25, Ryan Conlon, assisted by number 12, Sam Ahern. Time of the goal, 57 seconds in the first period. Conlon with his 24th of the year from Ahern at 57 seconds. Eddie Martorella all alone in the Delaware zone, now finds forechecking pressure from Trevor Rucci. Was forced to dump the puck to the far corner where Andrew Marciniak floats it up to center. Batted down by Rucci, who makes a move toward the bench. Fresh legs on in his stead. Barreling in Bobby Penrod. Chases down the biscuit to the near corner of the Delaware end. He flips it off the backboards to the far side where Delarose was challenged. Delarose double team Stricken with a cannon from up high. Blocked down by Odgers. Rebound contested net front. Play whistle dead. Just beyond the 2-minute mark of this first period, second game of the night here at Fred Rust Arena. And the Rowan Profs off the goal from Ryan Conlon, his 24th of the year. Jumped out to an early 1-0 lead. They've controlled the tone of this game so far, and Penrod works the puck in deeper again. It caroms out to the far corner. Anthony Delarose mishandled it. Taken away by Swift, headed by Ben Bergman. Beyond center red along the far side. He lofts it in from long range. Puck contested in the near corner. Stricken's unable to clear it out. However, Anthony Delarose is able to walk it up to his blue line. Cross ice pass, reached for and batted forward by Cohen. Swatted deeper in by Thurston Shawn from just above the Delaware blue line. Race on for it behind the Blue Hens goal. Dylan Green hauled down by Delarose. And play stopped by referee Bob Payne. As a result, if we'd imagine a puck out of play in the Delaware zone. Attacking zone draw for the Profs, won by Conlon. Puck caroms to the far wall. around from the near corner. Swift tries to clear, Conlon recovers. Green couldn't bat it free. Echevarria held the zone. There's a chance from Sam Ahern from long range, which missed the far post. Held in by Echevarria, far side. Another cannon from just inside the Delaware blue line rang off the end boards. Tie up for the puck in the near corner. Chipped lazily by Swift ahead to Bergman, and now Green's going to work it clear. Chased down by Devin LeBlanc, headed up the middle of the neutral zone to Ryan Lowe, but he was double teamed upon entering the Profs end, and Echevarria carries it back the other direction. From the near corner where Knox angled him, he tried to get a shot off, but he couldn't do so cleanly. Early recovers the puck. Knox stretches it out to Bobby Labrossi. Labrossi in a 1-on-2. Got held up in the mid-slot by Stricken. Thrown in behind by Paisley, taken away on the doorstep by Echevarria, and Cohen absorbs a hit from Labrossi along the near boards, but still was able to get that outlet pass off to Rucci. He got to red, Rucci did, along the near boards, threw the puck into the far corner of the Delaware zone, where Early recovers, leaves it for Rodriguez, but the breakout pass was disrupted, and Rucci recovers for the Profs. We're just past the 4-minute mark of the first period. Quick shot on the doorstep came from Rowan captain Trevor Rucci. An Odgers stick save denies him, and play will come back into the Delaware zone. The result of an icing against the Blue Hens, 4.5 minutes in to the first period of this contest. Draw on the far dot. Play resumes. Hens are able to press out of their zone thanks to Ryan Johnson winning that faceoff. Puck loose in, cleared out by Knox to the far side, and now lofted up as far as center and beyond by Adrian Rodriguez, who comes off. Martorella takes his place. Knox still on, he's kept to that far wall. He'll be looking to make a pass to the bench here pretty soon as Eddie Martorella steadies the puck in the near corner of his own, or the far corner rather, of his own zone. Tipped ahead by Tofty from over center. Covered up by Rink, and that'll be enough to give Delaware their first shot on goal. A lazy one it might be. Had it not been for Rink, it would have scored. Now Marciniak on for Martorella. Sapia steps in for the attacking zone draw. Left a one-timer for Martorella. Puck is loose in front. Off the rebound, Rink covers up before Tofty and Kamisa can swarm in to bat the equalizer in. Just beyond 5 minutes have gone by here in period number 1. Rowan with a 1-0 lead over the Division II Delaware Blue Hens. Tofty from the right half wall off the draw, throws the puck toward the cage. It's blocked down by Sam Ahern, worked forward by Penrod. His shot from the top of the left circle was blocked away. Sapia recovers the puck. It was fed to him by Tofty through the neutral zone. Sapia's entry to the Rowan zone, not unabated. He got tripped up by Frank Christie far side. Here comes Sean in up the left wing boards. He was disrupted by a reaching Delaware stick. Tofty looks to steady the puck in the near corner, but the forechecking Delarose takes it away from him. Played back behind the cage. Lots of space for Marciniak to work with. On the Delaware side, the Chicagoan can't work through forechecking traffic, which swarmed in around him. Both Sean and Delarose on the scene. Now Marciniak is scrapping for the puck in the far corner. Kamisa reaches in, so does Sapia. One of the guys in bands took a tumble in the Delaware zone. It was Eric Saylor. Funny thing, Brett Hill and I were talking before the game, and he advised if he blew a tire for whatever reason, don't make any mention of it. And it was Eric Saylor who suffered that fate instead. Irony can be a funny thing. Cohen shot from the right point block, chased down by Sapia as far as the Rowan goal line, but Cohen's able to recover for the Profs. Thrown up the near side by Stricken, past Echevarria, taken away. Moran can't muscle it back into the Rowan end. Ryan Johnson recovers the puck, retreats into his own zone. Swift saw his breakout pass attempt bothered. Cal Raymore is able to bring it back in up the middle. Drop to Dylan Green. Shot from 60 feet out. Sticked away by Rink. Moran contests the rebound at the near half boards alongside Ryan Echevarria from the Rowan side. Echevarria works it ahead up the middle to Kelly. He overskated the puck and into the Delaware zone he ended up. It's loose over the Blue Hen logo. Rifled in by Johnson after it was tipped his way by Swift. Puck caroms to the far corner. Stricken flips play back to the near side. Point held by Raymore crossing over. To Johnson near corner. Back up to Green. Holding the zone. Johnson traverses the slot. His stick was lifted as he came through 30 feet away. Follow-up chance and Swift sticked to the far corner. Puck cleared, steadied by Odgers. After it was rifled the length of the ice, stretch pass finds Cal Raymore. Thrown into the slot, Moran can't reach for it. Brown sweaters on either side of him. Sam Ahern takes it away, plays it behind his own cage to Stricken, bodied down by Cal Raymore. Raymore, the Pittsburgher, offering forechecking pressure, but now Trevor Rucci at the near half wall. He had time and space to work with before Bergman swarmed in on him. Instead, this will be no icing. Foot race to the goal line was even. Adrian Rodriguez is able, however, to recover the puck. Thrown ahead to Lowe, over the blue line, turned back the other direction by Frank Christie. Delayed offside was the case. No further advance could be made. 2-on-1 for Delaware, quickly turns into a 2-on-3, and the Ryan Lowe shot from 20 feet out at the left dot was popped up into the air and out of play by the waffle board of Kyle Rink with 8 minutes and 24 seconds elapsed here in the first period of a 1-0 game. Advantage belongs to Rowan, but Devin LeBlanc steps in for the attacking zone draw. Flip the puck back to Knox, center point slammed in behind the cage. Ryan Lowe double teamed, absorbs a check into the backboards. Bergman was tripped, lost his stick momentarily. Puck cleared out to center, recovered by Rodriguez. Taken away from him at the Rowan blue line by Thurston Shawn. This one sails back in to the Delaware zone. Ruled playable by Brett Hill. But Dylan Knox opted not to play the puck. And as it comes back the near side from our left to our right, the Delaware Blue Hens will be ruled guilty of an icing at the 9-minute mark of the first period. Face-off comes at the near dot of the Delaware zone. Quick shot from the slot at Anthony Delarose. Caught by Odgers. Draw comes back to the same place it was. 11 minutes on the dot remaining here in the first period of play. Shawn and Early take the face-off. This time the shot from Delarose in the high slot was blocked. Never made it to the cage. Shots on goal even at 4. Marciniak heads up a 3-on-3, lost the puck at the top of the right circle, taken by Delarose, but he's outmanned on his way into the Delaware zone. He gets bodied to the corner by Eddie Martorella, and this will send Martorella, we imagine, to the penalty box. Eric Saylor signals a trip, and Martorella heads off. This at 9 minutes, 24 seconds in the first period. So Rowan, with their fairly strong power play, will get the first crack at a man advantage. They've been good 22.9% of the time. The Delaware penalty kill, effective at an 83.1% rate so far on the season. Puck cleared by Tofty. Delaware penalty assist to number 24, Eddie Martorella. 2 minutes for tripping, time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 24 seconds in the first period. Martorella 2 for tripping at 9:24 in the first. Sam Ahern centers the puck in the neutral zone to Rucci, walked in. Green angles him to the near half wall. He couldn't get the shot off, and this puck is cleared back deep into Rowan territory, steadied by the aptly named goaltender Kyle Rink, who stopped all 4 shots he's faced in the first half of the first period. Ryan Conlon, main goal scorer for Rowan. He's got 24 on the year and the lone one tonight. Storms back into the Delaware zone. Shot from Delarose along the goal line far side was blocked. Delarose got his own rebound. Good puck movement around the perimeter of the zone. One-timer from Conlon was blocked. Subsequently cleared by Delaware. Conlon trying to get his second of the evening. Couldn't do so from the left dot. Here he comes again up the left side. He's kept pinned to the near wall. Puck taken away from him again and cleared back out into the Rowan end where Rink plays it up the near side. Penrod leaves it back for Jared Cohen. Raymore offers the forechecking pressure with Sapia, Rodriguez, and Green, the other 3 on this penalty kill. Outlet pass bounced off the stick of Conlon at center red, rifled back in the atmosphere by Green as far as the Rowan blue line. And the headman pass from Cohen, mistimed, hit the stick of Thurston Sean, but play was offside. Was the pass offside? Brett Hill says no. The entry was offside, but the pass itself was okay. So the face-off takes place just above the Delaware blue line with 8 minutes and 38 seconds to go. In the first period of a 1-0 game, Rowan with the early advantage. Shot from the right wall, Trevor Rucci blocked. Odgers didn't have to move a muscle. Sapia turns up the left wing board, stops at center, dumps the puck in. Chased down by Early and Joette. 2-on-2 battle behind the cage. Early tried to work it to Labrasi, crashing in from the left top, but he mishandled it there, couldn't get a shot off, a clean one anyway. Joette sets up Green at the right point. Hard wrister missed the near post by a good few feet. Puck contested at the far wall. Batted up into the air by Will Joette holding the point. Labrasi gets tripped up, couldn't play the puck cleanly, and Trevor Rucci emerges with it for Rowan. Stretch pass up the right side, and a shot from Nick Ramos. Trickles into the near corner. Never quite hit the crease. Swift comes up with the rebound, thrown by Will Joette. Up over his own blue line, sticked into the air by Brendan Milliken, offering pressure to try to maintain the zone for Rowan. Green's forced deep in again. Now Swift connects with Trevor Early, brought to the near boards upon gaining the zone. Puck stripped from him. Milliken flips it to the far side. Frank Christie winds up, stick down by Odgers, and he'll hold on for the break in the action. With 7:14 to go in the first period of a 1-0 game, advantage Rowan so far. Face-off comes to the left of Odgers, who stopped 4 of the 5 shots he's faced so far tonight. Not too many shots on goal thus far this evening, although the pace is certainly picking up on this game. Ryan Lowe lofts the puck in from center along the near boards, gets an extra shove from Conlon after getting rid of the puck. In the Darren Musser rule book, that's interference all day because the puck was no longer there. But Payne and Saylor are letting him go a little bit both ways. So no shortage of physicality in this game, but a pair of speed and skill teams converging on this big sheet of ice at Fred Rust Arena. And so far it's been Rowan controlling the terms once again, looking to complete a series sweep. Andrew Marciniak back in the Delaware zone, plays it up the middle off the stick of Martorella over the line. Low intercepted the Ahern clearing attempt. Flipped the puck back to Johnson. He and LeBlanc are on together now. It's loose in the near corner, recovered by Stricken, volleyed back by Knox from center. There's no icing here. Pursuing Johnson, puts a little bit of pressure on Stricken, who got the breakout pass ahead to Delarose, flipped forward to Thurston Sean, trying to bulldoze his way up the near dashers. He stood up at the Delaware blue line, puck enters, and is vied for in the near corner by two aside. Rodriguez and Penrod got tied up. Walked in by Penrod. No, he couldn't get a shot off. Rodriguez brings it back down. Tried to stretch to Moran. Missed his mark on the breakout. And this comes back an icing with 5 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first period. Rowan with an attacking zone draw. They look to pad their 1-0 lead. And here comes Ryan Conlon in to take the face-off across from Cal Raymore. Raymore wins. Johnson flips it back to center. Stricken back in up the near side. Was finally able to connect with Delarose on the headman pass. Shot on the wraparound, denied by Odgers. And Delarose puts home the rebound. Put his own rebound past with 5:20 to go. That's his 12th of the season. And it's now 2-0. Profs with the advantage. Johnson flips the puck in off the center ice draw. Raymore lowers his shoulder on Rucci in the far corner. Rowan goal, his 12th of the season, scored by number 19, Anthony Delarose. Assisted by number 14, Bobby Penrod. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 40 seconds of the first period. Delarose's 12th from Penrod at 14:40. And Raymore is heading off for a hold, it appears. Just 22 seconds later. So the Hens are back on the PK. And the face-off comes to the left of Steven Odgers. Recovering the puck was Swift, and he bangs it clear. Delaware penalty assist to number 16, Cal Raymore. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 2 seconds of the first period. Raymore, 2 for holding at 15:02. 2-on-2 skirmish for the puck develops at the near half wall of the Delaware zone. It's controlled ultimately by Sean. Left to Conlon near point. Cross ice pass finds Cohen. Cohen looking for a shot lane, leaves it behind the cage. To Delarose, back out to Cohen. Shot from the right dot, plus 5 feet, was sticked away. Conlon holds in the rebound. Penrod's up high. Fed across the slot to Delarose, near or far corner by Conlon. Back across Conlon, there it is. That's his third. Rather, that's his second. That's the third for Rowan. They extend their lead with a power play goal. It is 3-0 Profs. Excellent puck movement from the Rowan side on that power play. And the wrister from the left dot gives the Profs a 3-0 lead and gives Ryan Conlon his second goal of the night. Rowan goal, his 25th of the season and second of the game, scored by number 25, Ryan Conlon. Assisted by number 22, Thurston Shaw, and number 19, Anthony Delarose. Time of the power play goal, 15:57 in the first period. Conlon's 25th of the season, second of the game. From Sean and Delarose at 15:57, a power play goal. Labrossi back the other way, tried to feed to Paisley net front, but he was denied by Rink. Holding the zone at the left point is Eddie Martorella. Off the stick of Paisley, left for early behind the cage. Backdoor pass, fanned on by Labrossi. He did get a piece of it, but a really bad line on the shot. Marciniak throws it back in from just above his blue line off the backhand. We're inside the final 3 minutes now of the first period, which has just been dominated by the Rowan Profs. 2 goals from the dangerous Ryan Conlon, the second of which a hard wrist shot from just above the left dot of a cross-slot pass from Thurston Shaw. Anthony Delarose, part of that clean, crisp puck movement on the second Rowan power play, the one which made it a 3-0 game advantage. So the boys from Glassboro. Rucci took aim from long range. Puck popped off the pads of Odgers, and LeBlanc finds another gear as he storms up the left wing boards. Jouette makes a cut for the cage. LeBlanc can't wrap it around. It comes back to him at the right half wall. To Will Jouette, high to Knox. Stepping up to the top of the right circle. His shot was blocked by Rucci, who's awfully slow to get up. Nick Ramos back the other way. Deeks scores. Trevor Rucci sacrifices to block the shot. Nick Ramos splits defenders on the breakaway. And that makes it 4-0. Advantage Rowan. Pure domination by the Profs here so far tonight. Moran took a tumble after gaining. The Rowan blue line. And for Rowan's Nick Ramos, that's his 11th of the year. Sean denied by an Odgers stick save at the top of the left circle inside the last 100. Rowan goal, his 11th of the season, scored by number 20, Nick Ramos. Assisted by number 27, Matthew Meldrum. Time of the goal, 17:49. Ramos's 11th from Meldrum at 17:49. Puck fired back into the Delaware end by Delarose. Cleared out lazily by Johnson. Picked up by Cohen at center near boards. Rifled back in, steadied by Odgers behind. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Johnson tries to hit Moran with a cross-ice pass in the neutral zone. It ricochets off the near boards. Moran recovers, tries to center to Johnson, but he's canceled out by 2 Profs in the slot. Race for a loose puck, corralled by Martirella. Moran back through the slot, through the legs of Martirella to the far boards in front of the Rowan bench. Backhanded in deep again by Marciniak. Moran challenged behind the Rowan cage by Cohen, and we've got a puck out of play with half a minute to go in the first period, and Rowan with a powerful 4-0 lead here in the first period, much to the dismay of the Blue Hens, who prior to their 6-4 win over Kutztown in a non-league game last night, dropped a pair to North Carolina State in Raleigh the prior weekend. Race on to the Delaware blue line plus 20 feet after Rowan won a defensive zone draw. Eddie Martirella corrals the puck, works it ahead to Camisa. Icing waved off. Camisa wins the race to the goal line. Tries to feed Tofty net front, but the boys in brown are doing well to clog up the slot. Camisa took a pretty bad tumble, took the stick of Cohen with him. The horn sounds, the period ends. 20 minutes in the books. Rowan 4, Delaware 0. This is Delaware Hockey Night, brought to you by the DHN Media Group. We'll be back with the second period.
A strong first impression is crucial in today's fast-paced world. With decades of experience in print, digital, and broadcast media, the DHN Media Group is uniquely equipped to make your brand's first impression a memorable one. To learn about writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia production, and more, visit www.dhnmediagroup.com. It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm. Welcome back into the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware, where tonight the Rowan Profs and the Delaware Blue Hens meet in their second of two Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey matchups this season. And through one period of play, it's been all Rowan, 4-0. Through the first 20 minutes, 2 goals from Ryan Conlon, his 24th and 25th of the year. One each from Anthony Delarose and Nick Ramos. Nick Ramos was able to split defenders off a Matt Meldrum breakout pass, deke net front, and beat Odgers on the doorstep to make it 4-0 with 2:11 to go in period number 1. Shots were 13-6 in favor of Rowan in that first period of play. And while the Division II team next week heads up to Lancaster to take on Millersville on a Friday night game, we'll stick around here. The Division I Blue Hens square off against Lehigh. It's Stony Brook next week. I apologize. On Friday and Saturday both. We'll have the Stony Brook series in its entirety. Division I completing a weekend sweep of NYU here today, a 5-2 victory over the Violets to seal the weekend. Full broadcast schedule is always available at dehockeynight.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at DEHockeyNight as well. University of Delaware Hockey Alumni Association having their annual shindig next weekend as alumni from close to half a century of Blue Hens hockey will converge on Fred Rust Arena. Couple alumni games and a pretty nice party here just next to the press box during Saturday's D1 game against Stony Brook. For more information, head to udelhockey.com. Follow the links for the alumni section to learn more. And if you are indeed an alumnus of UD Hockey, we certainly invite you to be part of next weekend's festivities. Teams change ends for the second period. The Rowan Profs off a powerful 4-goal first period will defend the the net to our left. Stephen Odgers heads straight to the net to our right, which he will defend for the second. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to Fred Rust Arena your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Odgers turned aside 9 of 13. In period number 1, Kyle Rink, his counterpart 178 feet away, stopped all 6 shots that he faced in the opening period. Conlon with 2 goals, Delarose with a goal and an assist. Power play good for Rowan on 1 of 2 occasions. We're set to go for period number 2 as Ryan Conlon comes in for the opening draw. Sapia will stand across from him. Brett Hill says let's go. Rather, it's Josh Bear with the opening drop of the second period. On we go. Rodriguez deep in his zone plays it up through neutral ice to Jared Cohen of Rowan, who retreats inside his blue line by a good 25 feet. Feeds across to Stricken, forechecking pressure from Tofty separates him from the puck, but it's cleared out by Ryan Echevarria. He tried to connect with Jake Kelly through the neutral zone, taken away by Rodriguez, flipped forward to Camisa, and thrown in behind the cage. It rolls out the far side, Stricken bodied off the puck, still was able to get it away cleanly to Echevarria. Drop back to Ryan Conlon, looking to complete the hat trick. Conlon flips it off his backhand, a backdoor pass to Echevarria. Bodied off his shot attempt from point-blank range, but he popped back up on his feet and kept the rebound too. Thrown in by Kelly from the left corner. Conlon's net front redirect failed to connect. Zone held at the right point by Cohen. He throws it in from there. Conlon canceled out on the doorstep. Rodriguez and Knox did a much better job clogging the slot that go round. Tofty, the captain, recovers the puck behind his own goal for Delaware. Knox fails to clear. Cohen holds at the half wall. Knox takes a tumble, thrown into the backboards by Sean. Penrod recovers the puck, centers Delarose, backhander denied the first and the second time both by Stephen Odgers. He holds on the second time round, forces the stoppage a minute and a half into the second period. There will be mass at Fred Rust Arena following the conclusion of the game. That'd be convenient anyway, wouldn't it? Here's Ryan Johnson taking aim from the slot. Puck was wide of the far post, bounced back into the slot, but Rowan's able to clear. Marciniak gets back to center. Fires it in along the near wall. Puck rolls to the far corner, top thereof. Cleared out by Sam Ahern, picked clean by Ryan Johnson, but he's pressed as far as his own blue line. Battle for the puck in neutral territory. Sean takes it away, leaves it back to Penrod. Centering pass from Delarose. Blocked away. Marciniak held down the slot for Delaware. He winds up, launches it clear, batted down at the Rowan blue line, plus 5 feet by Sam Ahern. It's loose over the Blue Hen logo, batted forward by Andrew Marciniak, but he's outmanned as he enters the Rowan zone. It's thrown back in by Moran up the far side. Marciniak had to tag up. That gave Rowan an opportunity to work the puck back the other direction. Marciniak is driven hard into the corner boards by a Matt Meldrum cross-check, and that's going to send Delaware to their first Colonial Motors power play of the night. Matt Meldrum off for cross-checking at 2:38 in the second period. Hens go to the Colonial Motors power play. Colonial Motors celebrating 25 years in the automotive industry in the first state. Here to help you find your next vehicle with solutions to fit every purpose and budget. Hassle-free financing, competitive trade-ins, and a full-service department make Colonial Motors the premier option for your next pre-owned car. Visit one of 3 convenient locations in central Delaware, Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden, or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com. Rowan penalty assessed to number 27, Matthew Meldrum. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 2:38 of the second period. Meldrum 2 for cross-checking at 2:38. Moran protects the point. Slapper from Johnson, center point, was kicked away by Rink. Scrap for the rebound developing. Driven into the backboards. Lowe lost the puck. Green held it in for Delaware, but he's pressed wide by Rucci. Sapia driven out into the neutral zone. Gives up the puck. Jared Cohen breaks free. Cohen and LeBlanc converge. LeBlanc lost his stick. Cohen lost the puck. It ends up in the hands of Ryan Johnson. LeBlanc regathered his wares, and here he comes back into the Rowan zone. Drop to Sapia, cross ice feed from the right point. A hard shot from Ryan Johnson into the glove hand of Kyle Rink, and he holds on for the stoppage with 16:12 to go in the second period. Delaware with 51 seconds left on their first Colonial Motors power play of the night, but they're down 4-0. Ben Bergman works the right half wall, tried to feed to Raymore in the slot, but he was surrounded. Conlon picked the puck clean. He gets around 2 defenders, shot trapped by Odgers under his leg pad. And that short-handed surge from Ryan Conlon looking for the hat trick. While it didn't give the Profs one for the thumb, did give them an attacking zone faceoff, which Raymore won for Delaware. Adrian Rodriguez leaves it for Bergman. Floridian to Floridian on the drop pass at the Delaware blue line. Bergman back into attacking position. To Martorella at the half wall. Now to Bergman, circling in behind. He's pinched in by the outstretched hip of Sam Ahern. Puck slowed in the far corner. Fed back to Rodriguez at the right point. Thrown in from long range, batted away by Rink to the far side, and subsequently cleared by Sam Ahern up the far wall. 2 Aherns on the Rowan side. Sam, whom we've heard from quite a bit. Alex Ahern wearing number 15. Forecheck on the failed Delaware clear. Bobby Penrod strips the puck for Rowan. Leaves it to Sean behind. Up high, Sam Ahern, left point shot. Bounced at the top of the crease off its line. Recovered by Rodriguez. Slammed off the end boards out to Paisley at ricochets. Shoveled by Raymore to Bergman in the neutral zone. Here's a 2-on-2. Bergman, lazy shot from up high. As the Hens ultimately become outnumbered, and Paisley's follow-up chance is frozen by Kyle Rink. Just beyond the 5-minute mark of the second period. It is a 4-0 game. Advantage still Rowan. Play resumes with an attacking zone draw for Delaware, won by Trevor Early. But Penrod recovers. And in trying to feed the puck up the near boards to Anthony Delarose, he is guilty of an icing. So the Hens will get another chance in the attacking zone. This face-off comes to the right of Kyle Rink. Puck pressed to the near boards. Labrossi brings it back through the slot. Early can't jam it home from 20 feet. Cleared again, no icing. Odgers covers up to force a break in the action with 14-12. Forechecking pressure came in from Sam Ahern. And that pressure is what brought on the whistle. Draw comes to the far circle in the Delaware zone. Early overpowered. Green leaves it to Joette. Joette checked off the puck at the far half boards. It's batted to the near side. Labrossi storms up the near dashers. Stops shy of the blue line of Rowan. Dumps the puck in. Chased down by Joette in the near corner. There's Labrossi on it too. Battle for it develops just above the corner dashers. Kyle Sapia unable to negotiate behind the cage. Now he generates some space, but CJ Castorina stays right on him. Knocks through one in from 40 feet. Lunging and covering up the puck was Kyle Rink. His 13th save of the night on 13 shots faced, and he freezes for the stoppage at the 6.5-minute mark of a herky-jerky stop-and-go second period. Neither team able to get on the board with the long change. Sapia leaves it back to Marciniak off the draw. Maybe Trevor Rucci was the one who got a better piece of it off the face-off, but still Marciniak held the zone. That effort fruitless ultimately, though, as Trevor Rucci storms back into Delaware territory. Kyle Sapia just got laid out at his own blue line by Fogelman. Swift hits Tofty on a cross-ice breakout pass to regain the Rowan blue line, but the subsequent feed to Sapia missed him entirely. Rucci, thrown toward the corner boards by Sapia far side, was able to clear his zone. Dumped back in by Tofty along the near wall. Cohen ricochets it off the near dashers ahead to Rucci, who enters the Delaware zone. Chases the puck down to the corner, plays it below the goal. Around to the far side, it rolls out, and Swift is able to work it free to Tofty on now to Raymore, but into a 1-on-2. Odd man rushes have been in Rowan's favor on both sides of the ice pretty consistently all game. Moran gets an extra stick handle in to give everybody time to get onside. Johnson takes aim from long range, caught again, and held onto by Kyle Rink with 12 minutes and 15 seconds to go in period number 2. It's a 4-0 game. Rowan with the advantage over Delaware. And the ensuing face-off to take place at Kyle Rink's left. Johnson to Moran in the far corner, hassled by Echevarria. Puck is knocked loose. Echevarria wins the race to it at the top of the corner boards by about a half step. Flip back to Martorella. A cannon from long range. It's loose in front. Rink sprawls, pops back up on his feet just in time. Puck rolls back to Conlon, patrolling that net front presence. Breakout, nearly intercepted by Martorella. Tipped to the near corner by Rink. Will not rule that a shot on goal. There's a tie-up for the vulcanized rubber in the near corner after Rink moved play to the near side. Cleared out by Kelly to Conlon. He's pinched wide by Martorella. Martorella took the worst of that. Thrown into the slot. Echevarria couldn't put it away. He gets the rebound below the goal. Rodriguez drives him to the far side, recovers the puck at the foot of the Rowan bench, throws the puck on up the far wall. Raymore wins the race to the puck in the right corner. Tried to center toward Moran, nobody home. Sam Ahern chips it off the back glass and out of harm's way. And now Ryan Echevarria lost his footing, trying to traverse his own zone. At his blue line, he fell down, was able to still feed to Thurston Sean. Shot from the near half wall, sticked away by Odgers. LeBlanc comes up with the rebound as we near the halfway point of the second period of the second game in our DHN doubleheader tonight. Clearing attempt broken up by the glove of Sam Ahern. He flipped it across ice to De La Rose. Thrown in from the left corner again, blocked away. And Ryan Johnson flips it across center ice to Shane Moran in front of the Delaware bench. He dumps it in from there, and the Hens, clearly gassed, will get a line change as we near halfway. Low across to Bergman. Flipped over to center. LeBlanc can't work through traffic. He's driven into the far boards by Penrod right in front of the scorer's table. Puck is loose in the Rowan end. Lowe's able to get to it. Lining up a hit and driving his hip into him was Sam Ahern. Lowe able to maintain the puck. Caroms it to the near corner. It's getting a little bit chippier now. LeBlanc back behind to Bergman. Up high, Dylan Knox. His wrist shot from 50 feet was sticked off its line as soon as he got rid of the puck. And ultimately out of play. .9:40 to go here in the second period. Rucci and LeBlanc. Second center for Rowan. First center for Delaware. Rowan presses back to the Delaware blue line before Ben Bergman moved play back from right to left. Ahead to Lowe, but he's hauled to the near corner. Tie up for the puck migrates nearly to the point. Held in barely by Lowe. Fed by LeBlanc to Bergman in the high slot. He's angled to the far corner, but he maintains the puck. Tried to set up Swift at the point, but the puck bounced over his stick and back into the neutral zone we go. Now into the Delaware zone. Marciniak leaves it to Swift, working behind the cage. Back to Marciniak. All the lines and pairs are pretty well shuffled now. Hard shot from Rucci. Sticked aside by Odgers. Lowe carries the puck in up the near wall. Just above the blue line, he backhands it in behind the Rowan goal, where it's steadied by Luke Froyo. Froyo and Alex Ahern working the back end of this advance. Froyo headmans it to Rucci, dumped in behind the Delaware goal. Fresh legs on for the Profs, while Bobby Labrossi finds another gear up the near side to re-enter the Rowan end. Better second period defensively speaking for Delaware. In terms of shots, they've managed 9 already in this middle frame, but Kyle Rink has answered all 15 calls he's faced so far in net for Rowan. It's 4-0. Profs with the lead off that first period flurry. Dylan Paisley below the cage works the puck back to fellow Floridian and Adrian Rodriguez. Rodriguez walking the blue line, gave it up to Milliken. Brendan Milliken up the left side. Was angled wide by Martorella on the back check. He's working in tandem with Rodriguez now. Point held by Cohen. One-timer from there. Deflected up into the netting, out of play. with 7:37 to go in the second period. We've got a chance to catch our breath. Face off at the near dot in the Delaware zone will be taken by Conlon and Sapia. Joette cheated in a little bit on the draw, was able to crash in from toward the slot. Delaware pressed back to the Rowan blue line before the puck was taken by Cohen and rifled in deep again. Sticked up into the air by Tofty, came right back down at the top of the far circle. Conlon absorbs a check in the corner boards from Knox, keeps right on ticking but lost the puck. Tofty recovers for Delaware. Cross ice feed just shy of his own blue line. Now sticked ahead by Green, but he's guilty of an icing with 7:01 to go. Here in the second period of a 4-0 game. Advantage still with the Rowan Profs, but they've not been able to build on it here in the second period. 11 minutes until we turn into pumpkins. Right off the attacking zone draw, won by Sean. Della Rose saw his shot from 35 feet out get stick checked into the netting behind the Delaware goal. Della Rose again to Sean, net front, sprawling. Stephen Odgers makes the save, and Sapia will carry the puck into Rowan territory up the left wing boards. He's angled to the corner, ultimately taken away from the puck. Sapia reaches in for it again. Sean counters him. Della Rose bats it over his own blue line. Knox leaves it back for Green. So all these D pairs are all every which way now on the Delaware side. Guys not used to playing with each other. We don't see Knox and Green together that often. Usually it's Knox and Rodriguez. But the deck's been pretty well shuffled all around, we'd say. Dylan Green storms through up the middle, takes aim from 45 feet. Rink makes the save and covers up with 6:01 to go in this second period. Hens gain an attacking zone face-off on their 10th shot of the period. Shots are even 10-10 here in the middle frame. Fresh legs on for both sides. And Cal Raymore will take the attacking zone draw for Delaware. He wins it, left the puck to Moran, but he mishandled it at the half wall far side. Ramos advances the puck to Meldrum, but he's into a 1-on-2. Swift drives him to the far corner. Moran recovers the puck, tries to backhand it out of harm's way, but the zone is held by John Fogelman at the far point. Thrown in close by Meldrum, kicked right back toward him. Nick Ramos vies for the rebound on the far corner. Taken away from Meldrum below the goal by Raymore sweeping through. And a breakout pass, a pretty strong one too, connects with Moran. Flip back to Johnson. Zone not held successfully by Swift. He was drawn back over the blue line on the drop pass. And as he carried the puck in with 3 men of 4, linesman Brett Hill brings play to a halt and signals the face-off just above the Rowan blue line with 5:23 to go. Here in the second period, Rowan with a comfortable 4-0 lead. Marciniak slams the puck in off the far boards. Sam Ahern, pickpocketed nearly by Lowe, failed to clear the zone, but on the follow-up able to do so was John Fogelman. Unfortunately for Fogelman, he threw the puck into the netting along the near wall out of play, and that gives us a pause in the action with 5:08 remaining in the second period. Another face-off just above the Rowan blue line coming up. Contested off the draw. Rodriguez inside the Delaware blue line. Leaves it on to Raymore, tipped in over the Rowan stripe. Moran near corner. In behind to Lowe. Tried to set one up in the slot, but it was taken away by Milliken. Here's a 2-on-2 for the Rowan Profs. Colin Sulo up the left wing boards. Dumps the puck in behind the cage. chases it down, but Martirella's there too. Eddie Martirella takes it away for Delaware. Tipped back to him by Raymore. Martirella pickpocketed below the goal by the forechecking CJ Castorina. Recovered by Raymore. Lowe failed on the breakout attempt. Rodriguez, under that heavy forechecking pressure still from Castorina, nearly was forced to give it away. Moran bulldozes up the near boards, gets to his own blue line, dumps the puck in from there. There is no icing. Sam Ahern back to play it below his own goal line on the Rowan side. He can't penetrate pressure along the far boards from LeBlanc. Here's a mini 2-on-1 for Delaware. Lowe tried to get a little fancy on the doorstep, and Rink covers up the puck. He sprawls out of the crease to deny Ryan Lowe his third of the season. And he keeps this game scoreless for Delaware with 3:58 to go. In a back and forth second period that's seen neither team tickle the twine. Profs gain control of the puck in their own zone. Off the face-off to the right of Rink. Cleared out by Penrod. Ryan Conlon in a 1-on-2. Maintains the puck on through the slot. Green nearly took it away from him. Conlon's shot was well off its line, so it doesn't register. Penrod gave it away in the neutral zone. LeBlanc through traffic. Comes barreling in. Jouet off the post. Could not connect either, and play whistle dead. As it looked like Rink took a pretty nasty tumble right in toward the cage. Face off at the far dot, controlled by Rowan. Alex Ahern plays it behind the cage, but LeBlanc takes it away. Tried to shoot from the slot, it was blocked. It's loose in front, batted down by LeBlanc. In the far corner, he looks for space, can't generate it. Knox unable to hold the zone. Penrod punches it from blue line to blue line. Chased down by Sean, centering past Delarose, backhander. Denied by Stephen Odgers. 3 minutes to go in the second period. Knox absorbing a hit behind the cage. Does not clear. Holding the zone was Alex Ahern at the far point. Tie up for the puck behind the Delaware goal. LeBlanc's stick was lifted. Delarose turns, generating a shot from the bottom of the right circle. Blocked by Odgers to the near side. Bergman absorbing a hard shoulder check just above the corner. Ends up lofting the puck over the glass out of play along the near wall. And with 2:36 to go in the second period, Rowan's 4-0 lead has remained intact. Fresh legs on for both sides. Rucci and Early. Early wins the draw. Labrossi storms up the near wall, gets past center, fires the puck in behind the Rowan goal line. Paisley can't handle it cleanly. Marciniak up, holds the point. Labrossi wrists it in behind the cage around to the far corner. Early steadies. Flips it to the near side again, but Jarrett Stricken's able to chase it down. Conlon centers to Trevor Rucci. Rucci in a 1-on-1 shot. Odgers says no. Marciniak handles the rebound. Plays the carom shot to the far wall to take away the shot lanes for Rowan. 23rd save from Odgers tonight. Back in the Rowan zone we end up. Scrap for the puck, and Ryan Conlon's able to bulldoze through. He sets up a 3-on-2 entering up the near side. Pass intended for Nick Ramos, sails through the high slot over to the far boards. Ryan Lowe's able to backhand it clear. Early shovels it in over the blue line. Cross ice feed. Lowe chases it down at the near half wall. Batted up in the air, caught by Rink. And play halted once again. 84 seconds to go here in the second period. Face-off comes to the right of Rink. Raymore and Sean. Puck thrown in off the draw. covered up by Rink again. Took a couple ticks off the clock. Rodriguez holds the point off the following draw, but Penrod accelerates on through the neutral zone for Rowan. He's angled to the far corner by Martorella. Penrod and Sean swarm the net. Raymore sticks it away.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Raymore left it to Martorella upon the re-entry of the Rowan zone. Raymore behind the net, surrounded by brown sweaters, gave it up. And Alex Ahern re-enters up the left side for Rowan in a 2-on-2. Centering pass to Sean as Penrod crashed the net. Saw the puck bounce off Sean's stick and ultimately out of his control. Sam Ahern back at his own blue line, tried to feed across to Christie. Bulldozing through again comes Anthony Delarose. He beats Rodriguez. Delarose below the cage, through the slot again. Up high, zone held by Christie. Puck is loose in front. Sean couldn't bang it home on the doorstep. 2-on-2 the other way with 12 seconds to go. Moran slowed up at the Rowan blue line thanks to a Sam Ahern hip check. Puck rolls loose in front of the Delaware bench. Rodriguez nearly blew a tire trying to get a last-second desperation shot in, but Kyle Rink turns it aside too, and the horn sounds to signal the end of the second period. 40 minutes gone. It's Rowan 4, Delaware 0. You're watching and listening to Delaware Blue Hens Hockey on Delaware Hockey Night, and it's all brought to you by the DHN Media Group.
A strong first impression is crucial in today's fast-paced world. With decades of experience in print, digital, and broadcast media, the DHN Media Group is uniquely equipped to make your brand's first impression a memorable one. To learn about writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia production, and more, visit www.dhnmediagroup.com. It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back to Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to Delaware Hockey Night. James Witherite flying solo tonight. We're through 2 periods. The Rowan Profs maintain a 4-0 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens in Division II Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey Competition. No change in the score in that second period, only 1 penalty. It was against Rowan's Matthew Meldrum for cross-checking at 2:38. Delaware could not do a darn thing on their lone Colonial Motors power play of the night. Shots pretty even in that second period. Much better defensive play from Delaware. 15 shots on goal they allowed there. Stephen Odgers able to stop all 15 of them. Delaware's 14 shots, equally all handled by Rowan netminder Kyle Rink, who saved all 20 shots he's faced so far tonight. The Rowan Profs back on ice. Defending the goal to our right, clad in their away brown kits if you're just joining us. Gold helmets, gold numbers on the sleeves and back, and those new kits very easy to read. Welcome back to Fred Rust Arena, your Delaware Blue Hens. After tonight, Delaware will have 3 games left on their schedule. January 31 at Millersville, February 7 at Ryder, and they close it out here at home on February 8 when they take on the Maryland Terrapins. In the final game of their ACHA docket this year, regular season speaking anyway, and the final game of their 14-game Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey Conference docket. And here at Delaware Hockey Night, we in the DHN Media Group will have the entire Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey playoffs for you. From Hamilton, New Jersey, February 14, 15, and 16. More details on that to come in the next week or so. Thurston Shawn in to take the opening draw of the third period for Rowan across from Devin LeBlanc, and here we go in the third. Cohen throws it in from in front of the scorer's table. So all 3 periods have begun with the Rowan Profs on the early attack. LeBlanc picks the puck clean, sets up a 2-on-2. LeBlanc circles behind the cage, backdoor pass intended for Bergman. He overskated it on the doorstep, and Rowan is able to clear. Delarose and Martorella meet in the far corner of the Delaware end. Anthony Delarose won the battle for the puck there. Tried to center it to Penrod, blocked away from him. Cannon from up high. Swatted in by Jarrett Stricken, bounced off the breadbasket of Stephen Odgers, and the Hens came away with it. Another 2-on-2. LeBlanc drops it back to Ben Bergman, top of the right circle. Bergman's momentum carried him to the corner. Cross ice feed, Marciniak blocked on the doorstep. Marciniak gets it back. He shoots and scores! Andrew Marciniak from the West Loop drills one home, and the Hens get on the board. A laser from the right point. Beats Kyle Rink a minute in to the third period, and it's now a 4-1 game. That's the kind of momentum they needed. Tie up for the puck in behind the cage. Cleared out. Swift to Marciniak. Thrown in by Early. Labrossi leaves it to Moran, posting up directly behind Rink. He throws it off the far boards. Knox caroms it back in deep. It rolls to Green, stepping up at the near half wall. A Delaware goal! His 4th of the season, scored by number 2, Andrew Marciniak. Assisted by number 21, Tyler Swift. Time of the goal, 1 minute in the 3rd period. Marciniak's 4th from Swift at 1 minute. Penrod through traffic up the left side, presses back into the Delaware end. Penrod tried to throw one on from behind the cage, sticked away by Odgers back the other direction. Moran comes crashing in. He's denied on the doorstep by Rink. Puck corralled by Echevarria. Worked back up the far wall. He gets to center before throwing it behind the Delaware cage the other way. Johnson leaves it for the accelerating Cal Raymore. Raymore goes crashing into the far corner boards. Lost the puck to Luke Froyo. Cleared out, picked clean by Penrod, 1-on-1. Penrod gets a shove from Martirella. The stick of Ryan Conlon just above the left dot was bothered, so his chance for a hat trick was knocked off its line. Puck loose, batted around in the slot, corralled by Conlon. He takes aim from 35 feet. His shot was blocked, however the chance from Anthony Delarose was frozen by Odgers, and that gives us a break in the action. With 16:36 to go in regulation, and Delaware getting one back anyway. Fresh legs on. For both sides, at least in part. Sapia pursuing Delarose. Couldn't disrupt his shot attempt after Sean won the draw at the left dot. Swift tries to stick handle out of his own zone. Cross ice attempt to Tofty over the blue line was mishandled. Tofty recovered the puck, walked it to center, flipped it into the far corner. Kamisa drives Fogelman into the far corner boards. Fogelman able to clear. Swift re-enters. Nearly got tripped up by Cohen at the Rowan blue line. It's loose in front. Tofty tries to jam one home. Puck was loose after Rink made the save. And out come the Profs the other way. Sam Ahern kept wide of the far dots by Marciniak. Attempted to center it to Milliken after working to the far corner. Couldn't connect with his intended man. Zone is cleared. Stricken recovers at center, trails back to his own blue line, flips it across the near side where it's tucked in by Cohen. Turned back by Marciniak to Lowe the other way. He tries to wrist one in from 15 feet, but his release was way off its intended place. Coming crashing in, Matt Meldrum's backhand on the doorstep missed after he was fed the puck on a tee. Stricken held the left point. Sam Ahern has space, and he got one back for Rowan. Sam Ahern gets a goal to go with his apple earlier. And at 4:59, the Rowan Profs re-extend their lead to 4 goals. They're up 5-1. Ahern's 4th of the year. Comes on a 15-foot wrister as he traveled through the slot. Right back the other way come the Hens. Green plays the carom shot behind to Labrossi, far corner. Left back toward Paisley, batted out of his reach by Conlon, working below the Rowan goal this time around. Rowan goal, his 4th of the season, scored by number 12, Sam Ahern. Assisted by number 27, Matthew Meldrum. Time of the goal, 4:59 of the 3rd period. Ahern's 4th from Meldrum at 4:59. Early lofts the puck into the Rowan zone. Josh Bear waves off the icing. It's played by Froyo behind to the near side and Alex Ahern. Advance to Echevarria up the near boards, nearly broken up by Martirella, and now Marty holds the point. Martirella takes aim from 40 feet away. His shot missed to the far side. Race on for the puck back in the neutral zone. Conlon bodied off the puck, so it was early. Conlon got it back, and there's the hat trick. He finishes. Ryan Conlon off the takeaway. Makes it 6-1 Rowan. Just 75 seconds after Ahern put one past Odgers to give the Profs one for the thumb. Conlon's 26th of the season, third of the night, came from Echevarria. And Rowan's built up a mighty commanding lead, 6-1 now. Rowan goal, his 26th of the season and third of the game, scored by number 25, Ryan Conlon. Assisted by number 7, Ryan Echevarria. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 14 seconds in the third period. Conlon's 26th of the season, third of the game, from Echevarria at 6:14 in the third period. This comes back in icing, puck goes untouched. From the Delaware blue line the rest of the way into Rowan's end. We're just past the 7-minute mark of the third period. After Andrew Marciniak got one back for Delaware, the Profs countered with two of their own. Fogelman, after maintaining the right point, lofted the puck over the glass and out of play along the far boards. Fresh legs on for Delaware, and the face-off moves back above the Blue Hens blue line. Frank Christie backhands the puck back into the Delaware end, steadied by Swift below his own goal line. Cleared out by Moran, race onto the far corner. Raymore got there. He tried to set one up for Ryan Johnson in the slot, failed to connect with his man. Nick Ramos punches the puck clear up the near side for Rowan, ahead to Meldrum. Drop back to Rucci. Mishandled the puck, chased it down to the far corner. Absorbs a lazy hip check from Swift. Shot thrown on from close range, and Meldrum turned aside by Odgers. Recovered by Raymore. Cross ice feed hits Moran. Here's a 2-on-3 for Delaware. Moran comes bulldozing in. He was able to get around Christie, but his momentum carried him behind the goal line. Johnson to Green, right point. Swatted in off his backhand, but taken away by Trevor Rucci. Tried to connect with Meldrum across the neutral zone, but that pass broken up by Knox. Johnson resets. He takes aim from the right point. Play continues on after Rink makes the save and leaves the puck for Jarrett Stricken. He throws it up the middle toward Echevarria, taken away by Knox. He absorbs a late high hit from Stricken. Play continues on. Puck rolls to the far corner boards. It's tied up by Bergman. Now lofted out of harm's way by Conlon up the far side. There's no icing as Knox plays the puck back the other way. He rings it off the glass toward Ryan Lowe, intercepted by Stricken at center. He and Knox converge. Conlon leaves it for Penrod in the slot. Shot from 30 feet. Kicked aside by Odgers. Fired in off the rebound by Cohen, far side. Cohen gets it back, one-timer off its line. Bounces off the back wall into the near half board. Stricken fields the carom shot played back the other way. Dumps it in below the goal again, but he gives it away to Devin LeBlanc. LeBlanc carries it on up the left wing boards, advanced further by Lowe. Flipped across from the far side to the near, where LeBlanc has more space to work with. He was kept high by Stricken. This Rowan team showing quite a bit of skill, speed, skating, and stick handling tonight. They've outplayed Delaware around virtually every corner, and they lead 6-1. LeBlanc back in. Into a 2-on-4. The odd man rushes for Delaware have been extremely few and extremely far between. Colin Sulo ran into the back, checking Eddie Martorella on his way into the Delaware slot. Wraparound chance from Castorina was denied by Odgers. Loose puck corralled by Camisa. He couldn't penetrate, pressure at center ice. Sulo gets tied up with Sapia. Tofty walks the puck in to the Rowan zone again, and a stick save from Rink tips the puck into the netting behind the Rowan goal. And out of play with 9:33 to go in regulation. Rowan with a 6-1 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens. Division I action returns to DHN next week with a 2-game set between the Blue Hens and the Seawolves of Stony Brook. Division III action back on these airwaves too, as DHN Radio will bring you coverage of the University of Delaware's Collegiate Hockey Federation team playing at the Division III level on both Friday and Saturday nights after the Division I games have reached their conclusions. Full broadcast schedule available at dehockeynight.com, proud media partners of Blue Hens Hockey. Past halfway, 2-on-2 rush for Rowan. Penrod disrupted at the top of the right circle of the Delaware zone by Marciniak. He moves play to the near side. A feed from behind the goal to Tofty. Advance to Sapia up the near board. Sapia through the slot. Was bothered net front by the stick of Sam Ahern. Holding the left point, Marciniak. There's his second. Andrew Marciniak drills another one home. And it is 6-2. From the left point this time. A nice hard one-timer. And that's ruled unassisted. Held the zone, took aim, beat Rink from 60 feet out. Now it's 6-2.
A Delaware goal. His 5th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 2, Andrew Marciniak. An unassisted goal at 10:57 in the third period. Marciniak with his 5th of the season, 2nd of the game at 10:57.
Puck out of play over the Delaware bench. And this comes back in to the Blue Hens zone. Ryan Johnson shovels the puck up the far boards, but he gives it away to Fogelman. Flipped back in by Conlon. No, it isn't. Dylan Green protected his own blue line and forced play back across the neutral zone. Inside the final 8 minutes here at Fred Rust Arena. 6-2. Rowan with a comfortable lead yet. Shane Moran picks up the puck. Sets up a 2-on-2, but he's tied up and angled to the far corner by Fogelman. Puck is knocked loose, corralled by Conlon, playing all 200 feet effectively for the Profs. Cohen, challenged directly by Johnson. A physical puck battle in the near corner, Johnson victorious. Left to Moran behind the net, but he's double-teamed. Moran forced over to the far corner by Conlon. Puck cleared out of harm's way, and Bobby Penrod carries it up the far side through neutral territory for Rowan, but into a 2-on-3, pickpocketed by Johnson, hustling back to his own blue line. Down now to the final 7. Puck thrown out by Echevarria, and that will yield a stoppage with exactly 7 minutes to go in regulation. Colonial Motors, celebrating 25 years in the automotive industry in the first state, is here to help you find your next vehicle with solutions to fit every purpose and budget. Hassle-free financing, competitive trade-ins, and a full-service department make Colonial Motors the premier option for your next pre-owned car. Visit one of 3 convenient locations in central Delaware, Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden, or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com. Center ice face-off saw Rowan charge into the Delaware end, but Bergman turned play back the other way. Battle for the puck develops at the near half wall of the Rowan zone. Vied for by Sulo, point held by Martorella. Puck stripped from him by Milliken, thrown across neutral ice. Volleyed back by Rodriguez from 15 feet inside the Delaware blue line. Now steadied by Martorella. Low, flips a cross ice pass toward Rodriguez. Bergman saw his momentum carry him offside, and it's brought the other way by Castorina for Rowan. Recovered by Bergman, shoveled off the far boards, but the point held by Alex Ahern. Shot came from the near side, and Brendan Milliken from 30 feet out, stopped by Odgers. Here's LeBlanc ahead to Lowe. He takes aim from the top of the right circle, but his shot missed the near post by a couple feet. Puck bounces to the far side, 2-on-2 battle for it there. We're inside the final 6. Ben Bergman tries to negotiate traffic below the Rowan goal line. Puck is trapped again. Lowe sweeps in to try to maintain it for Delaware. It was nearly pressed out by Alex Ahern. Bergman gets it back from LeBlanc, setting up Marciniak up high. He has both Delaware goals. Marciniak forced to stick handle by Milliken to try to get away from him. Can't. Bergman leaves it high to Tyler Swift again. It rolls in behind to Bergman. Near corner. He's hassled by Castorina. Swift left open. Fired one in from the right point. But his shot from long range is caught and held on to by Kyle Rink with 5 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the game. 9 shots for Rowan this period, 7 for Delaware. We're looking at 12:35 a.m. right now here on the east coast of the United States. We are grateful for you sticking with us through this late night back half of our split doubleheader on DHN. Chance from on the doorstep. Anthony Delarose for Rowan from 15 feet, couldn't get past Odgers. Sam Ahern dekes past Swift to regain the Delaware zone, walked one in, pretty good shot opportunity too from 12 feet. Delayed penalty coming up against Delaware. Now it's touched and play whistled dead. 4:37 to go. Swift is off for a slash. And the Hens are back on the PK. The draw taken by Sean, won by Same. Delarose, Penrod working in the wings. Conlon and Cohen up high. A cannon from up high, and Cohen stopped by Odgers and covered up. Delaware penalty assessed to number 21, Tyler Swift. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 15:23 in the third period. Swift 2 for slashing at 15:23. Sapia tries to tie up on the far circle draw. Now the puck is cleared by Same. Jared Cohen retreats behind the Rowan goal. It's worth noting every player on this Profs team hails from the Garden State. So all New Jersey breds here clad in brown and gold. And there was a shot from Penrod up high, which rang off the near post. Corralled by Sean, left to Conlon, up high to Penrod again. Good puck movement on the left side of the zone. Worked into the bottom of the right circle, through the slot. Delarose's pass intended for Conlon, sailed past him. Cleared out again. by Green this time. Stretch pass up the left side, right from Rink. Finds Bobby Penrod, who's bothered by LeBlanc. Trying to swat the puck out of the zone was Martirella, but he topped that one, couldn't get good contact on it. We're down to the last 200 seconds of the game. Rowan trying to protect the 6-2 lead. They probably will, to be quite frank about the matter. Ryan Conlon through the neutral zone, takes aim from high in a 1-on-3. Odgers denies him. Just inside 3 minutes to go here in the third period of a 6-2 contest in which Rowan has just simply asserted their superiority right from the get-go. Second wave of the power play on. They've got 15 seconds left with the man advantage. LeBlanc chases down a loose puck and clears after Trevor Rucci failed to do anything with it in the attacking zone. Sam Ahern at his own goal line far side, flips it ahead to Rucci. Trevor Rucci through neutral territory, comes careening back into the Delaware end. Penalty was killed off. Right point held by Christie, puck given away. Icing waved off, early won the race to it off the LeBlanc stretch pass. Puck is tied up in the far corner, 140 seconds to go in regulation. Ahern taken off his feet by Paisley. He sets up Martirella high, across the LeBlanc right dot, through the slot. Paisley couldn't finish on the doorstep, found the wrong side of the cage anyway. Sam Ahern can't muscle out of the zone. Reaching for the puck, Meldrum's unable to clear either. Rodriguez is holding his ground. Batted free by Paisley to the near wall and into the Delaware zone. Eddie Martirella corrals the puck. He leaves it for Rodriguez behind the cage. Thrown off the near boards to Joette. Will Joette, former Minuteman, across to Paisley. Shot from the right point, tipped aside by Rink. Puck is loose behind. Joette couldn't chase it down. Taken away. And we've got a man down with 1:25 to go. John Fogelman has to crawl back to the bench. And he's clearly in pain. Face-off will be in the Rowan zone. Fogelman crawled off the ice and went right to the door. Draw will come at the near dot with 85 seconds to go. Will Joette in to take the face-off across from Castorina. Rowan wins the face-off. Tipped from behind center by Echevarria, the length of the ice from there, but played on by Odgers. Paisley comes careening in the other way. Joette's chance was blocked. Follow-up opportunity, Marciniak, no. He's denied too by Kyle Rink. 62 seconds remain. That the 29th Delaware shot on goal tonight. Rowan's pelted Stephen Odgers with 41.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Trevor Early with the 30th Delaware shot. Blocked away by Rink. Iced by Stricken up the far side. His dump and chase failed as he didn't gain the center red line before letting the puck go. This comes back into the Rowan zone. shot off the draw and early. Tipped to the near side by Rink. Echevarria can't muscle through a heavy Delaware forecheck. However, Cohen will be able to. Here's a 3-on-2 for Rowan. Drop pass Penrod. He tried to snipe one from between the tops of the circles. He cleared the crossbar and rang it off the glass. Down to the last 24 seconds of the game. Tyler Swift corrals a loose puck level with his own goal line. Brings it up the right side, gets to center, flips it in from 90 feet away. Puck chased down below the cage. Moran out hustled to it by Cohen. Marciniak holds the point, lone goal scorer for Delaware. Here's Echevarria, one last chance for Rowan. Back to Penrod. Last second opportunity, sticked away by Swift. And the final score, Rowan 6, Delaware 2. Ryan Conlon with a hat trick, leading the way for the Rowan Profs tonight. They pelted Stephen Odgers with 41 shots. Odgers stopped 35 in defeat. Kyle Rink improves to 8-0-0 on the season for Rowan, saving 29 of 31 Delaware shots on goal. That'll do it for Delaware Hockey Night. For the entire crew, Matt Schoenfeld, Joe Sindoni, Nick Zafiri, Bob Thomas, this is James Witherite thanking you for your company tonight. Delaware Hockey Night Radio coming up tomorrow with action from the Delaware High School Hockey League. Full broadcast schedule is available at dehockeynight.com. As always, James Witherite thanking you for your company. We'll see you again soon. Good night.
Thank you for tuning in to Delaware Hockey Night, a copyrighted production of the DHN Media Group. Visit dehockeynight.com for the complete broadcast schedule, along with news and notes on all things hockey in the First State.